So I've been meaning to try out this vlogging live for a while, and so here we go. I'm sitting in the office that I'm about to leave, and I have a few things I wanted to share. Just put them out there and see who catches it and see who thinks what. A few things that have been on my mind lately are parenting, relationships, well, marriages, and sex and intimacy. So I'll start with parenting. I've been talking to a couple of friends who've got children and friends who yet to have children. That means they're pregnant and everything. And I've been thinking, because I'm one who for a while has said I don't want to have children. And the reason for me really was simple. It's not because I hate children or that they annoy me or anything. They don't. It's just that I don't want to set it off from the word go, that my goal is to have children. I believe children should come into our home finding a readiness of character in the parents and a certain unity in the home. I believe children should come into our home that has a love and unity that would paint to them the picture of God. And so until that atmosphere is felt in my own situation, say when I get married, until that atmosphere is felt where I feel me and my spouse are relating at that level where I feel like it's just the image of God, I would be very excited to bring in children at that point, or bring in a child at that point. But I don't want to set it out from the word go to say, hey, we're getting married, we should be expecting children anytime soon. That's not just me. So children should find a readiness of character in the parents, and that character should be a character that shows them Christ in each of the parents. Because I've just never quite understood parents who say certain things to their children. I think they misunderstand and they misrepresent God in the way they do their parenting sometimes. Even parents who choose not to discipline their children for whatever reason, they misunderstand and misrepresent God. And so, yeah, that's my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on parenting. Children should come into our home finding a readiness of character in both parents, finding a unity between them, and finding a lot of love in there, because that's who God is. And I believe that that's why He instituted the family model, because between the parents is the Godhead, how the husband and wife are to be one. Children should not feel that, oh, because I need money, I'll ask mom. Because I need to go out, I'll ask dad. Because if I ask mom for money, dad will never know about this request, or he won't object. Or if I want to go out, I ask dad because mom's going to say no and dad will say yes. That already says there isn't a oneness, there isn't a connection. And so the child grows up thinking Jesus is grace and mercy, God the Father is judgment and wrath and all of that stuff. But God is one. We need to understand that. And so those are my thoughts on parenting. Marriage and relationships, I believe even those require a certain level of readiness character-wise. There's so many people who jump into relationships with messed up characters, and those are the things that clash in those relationships. I've seen too many relationships. I've seen too many friends go through these things. Personally, I've gone through things like that too, where characters clashed and everything. I believe, this is me saying, I believe that people who are about to get married, their readiness is not in having money or having a house or a car or a job. That's all good, it's all dandy, but more so the readiness should be in character. to be able to stay in one house with someone and to be able to do life with someone else, to build this empire together. There's so much that we say with our mouths that we're not ready to act upon with everything in our body. We say, I love you, but if the very next moment a gun was pointed to your head, after you said, I love you to someone else, and asked if you would lose your life for that person, you'd probably be saying no, because there's so many things that we say, not having the readiness of character or not having the readiness within ourselves to act upon it. We say so much, I want a God-fearing man, but when you find the God-fearing man, so many spiritual traits to this man irritate you. Then begs the question, did you really want a God-fearing man, or did you want the idea of the God-fearing man? So that's marriage and relationships, because I don't believe in playing, like joking around or messing around in being in a relationship just for fun. If a relationship is going to end up in a breakup, then why get into it? That's just me. I'm boring like that. The last issue that I wanted to just sort of talk about was sex and intimacy. I've been thinking quite a bit about sex and intimacy. I have been working on a thesis on discipleship, and in there has come out quite a few, I want to call them areas or points or expressions of the importance of intimacy in relationships in church. And then I got thinking, from experiences that I've had and people I've talked to, how our society has lost the meaning of friendship, lost the meaning of sex, and lost the meaning of intimacy. We've sort of mashed them together. You know, you get two separate potatoes and then you mash them together so much that you can't tell one apart from the other. Sex and intimacy, we take it that sex is intimacy and intimacy is sex. We have come to a point where we believe that you can't be intimate with someone without having sex with them, or you can't have sex with someone without being intimate with them. And so we shy away from intimacy with people because we fear that it will lead to sex, or it will be sex. But I yearn for the times that have been there in the past when people were able to be intimate with each other. I sit and talk to some of my friends who we've been through rough times together, and man, when we talk about those times, in today's time, one would say we are probably homosexual, but no, we have shared this moment together, this bonding period together, and so when we talk, we have this intimacy with each other. It's deeper than just surface. Many relationships these days are they're just too much on the surface that it irritates me, it gets to me. Sometimes I just can't sustain certain relationships because they don't go deep enough. And so people shy away from intimacy because they fear that it will lead to sex. And there are those ones who don't shy away from intimacy, but they've misunderstood intimacy to be sex. And so when you get to a certain level in your intimacy with your friend, you feel the next level should be sex, but it shouldn't be that. There's a way that intimacy can be maintained, and it doesn't have to call for sex. You can have sex without intimacy. You can exist without sex, but you can't exist without intimacy, because you need these relationships, you need these deep interactions with people. That's just what I think. And so people have this misunderstanding in their minds. They have this misinterpretation of the body's call for intimacy. When the body is calling for intimacy, say I'm talking to a friend on Facebook and my body is calling for intimacy. And in reacting to this call for intimacy, me and this friend end up sleeping with each other, because my interpretation of intimacy was intimacy and sex go together, but they don't. I can have a girlfriend and be very intimate with her without having sex with her. And yet I can have a girlfriend who I hook up with and have sex with, and yet not be intimate with that one. These two are very different. Yes, they do go together many times, but they're very different. And it's a sad reality that there are many people who are in marriages and they're having sex with their partners, their spouses, but they're not intimate at all. And so they go outside to search, to seek this intimacy. And some of them end up very confused because they think, hey, but I'm married, I've got a husband, we have sex, but I feel empty, I feel this gap inside me, like something's missing. He just doesn't get me. It's that intimacy. You can have that intimacy with friends outside without having sex with those friends. It's just that intimacy that just fills you up. And husbands and wives can learn to enjoy this deep interaction with their spouses, to enjoy this intimacy with their spouses. It can be learned. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on sex and intimacy. I don't know what you think. Feel free to just leave me comments, send me messages or whatever. Let's get a conversation going. I love conversations. So let's talk about this. What do you think about parenting and character, or marriage and relationships and character, or sex and intimacy? I just want to hear what you think. So yeah, first installment into my vlogs. I hope I can do more and keep up with this culture. Let you guys know what I think. I'll let you guys know what I'm up to, where I am.